Right, starting. Morning all. Here we are, back again. Right, before we start, I'm going to put a bubble of white light of protection around us individually and us as a group, as a family whole, which you know we are. So that bubble of white light, just relax and let that bubble of white light of protection come round you. Now before we start this week, I know my dusting calls them my rants. I don't really think they're my rants, but they are my thoughts of the week. And this week, I've been sent really a lot of conspiracy theory stuff. And the weirdest thing about them things, I do agree with some of it. I never agree with all of it. But the only thing that it does to you is make you frightened. There's never any way out of it. There's never, oh, you can do this to avoid it. It's just we're going to hit you with all these horrible, weird facts, and then we ain't going to give you any type of release of anything that you can do about it. So all it does is leave you frightened. And I have to admit, myself included, I got sent one this week, and it was like, oh wow, really? And thank God I have Tony, the voice of reason, who always says to me, don't be daft, have a listen to it, listen to what they're saying, you know, and if they're not offering you any options of getting out, what's the point of saying it? Like we said before, words without action means dildo. So for myself, I mean, like with those people, they're the fear mongers. That's what they are. They're the fear bringers to us. Like, they don't offer you anything optimistic. The only thing that they do successfully is make you frightened. Right? They live in fear, and they want you to live in fear. Now, I listened to David Icke in the 1980s, and I quite thought he was really fascinating to listen to. And then recently, a friend of mine sent me yet another one of his videos, and Tony went to me, that bloke has lived in fear since the 1980s when we first heard about him. And it's the same format. I'll give you loads and loads of terrifying options, but when asked, can we do anything about it? Well, that's down to you. It is down to us. So my own escape route for when I get really frightened of stuff that I'm either reading or hearing or however it's coming to me is I force my body to come back into the now, right? Because it's only now, this very minute is real. And I know I've said this before, that love is the only thing that's real. So we'll have to have both of them together as being real. But bring yourself back into the now, right? Don't be what if and finding all these frightening scenarios. Bring yourself back into now, and then find in your wonderful memory banks a picture that represents happiness to you. Now, my son and his partner, they send me videos of one of my grandchildren, and I cannot watch that without being happy. So find something in your life that makes you happy and use that as your escape bit. I don't know how to explain it other than that, but just swap that picture so that you don't have to live in fear. Fear is it's a negative energy, and you don't want that in your life. So we're going to have a lovely relaxing meditation now. So I want you to take 3 deep breaths. Shut your eyes, and off we go. So, as always, we're walking up our wooded path. It's not that I can't think of anything else to say to you, but this just works for me. So we're going up to the woods through our wooded path. We're listening to the animals and the birds, and we're listening to nature itself. I don't know about you, but I've noticed loads of birds singing lately. So we're going to go walking up the road. We've got our dustbin. Now, because other people haven't been doing these meditations all the time, I'm just going to go over these again. We've got one dustbin here that's for all our worries, all our stuff that we carry that we don't need to carry. So I want you to offload anything that you don't need of what you've been experiencing. They all go in the first dustbin. Now, like some people, you need more than one dustbin because you've been carrying rubbish for years. Don't matter how many dustbins that you need, you ask for them and you fill them, and then you put that lid securely down on them fears. I'm going to give you a couple of minutes to do that because I know some of you got a lot of stuff to offload on it. And we carry on with our walk, feeling lighter than we've felt for years. And as we wend up the path, through the trees, listening to the trees, listening to the leaves of the trees rustling in the wind. And there on the right is another dustbin. Well, what's that dustbin for? We've already offloaded into the first one. This is for your secret gear. This is for the gear that you don't want to even own up to your own self. So it's tucked deep, deep inside. All them things that you feel you haven't done it good. You feel ashamed of your own behaviour. You know you haven't done something right. Forgive yourself for it and then let it go. Shove it in this last dustbin. It's the most important dustbin of all, because this is the stuff that actually affects our health, both mental and physical, with what we tell ourselves and what we beat ourselves up over. So it's really important that you get this stuff out. You ain't got to tell anyone it, you're just doing it your own self. So put that in that dustbin and put that lid on really tight. And we walk up to our tree. It's our family tree. It's been a family tree for generations upon generations there. And we go into our own entrance to that tree. Now last week I was saying that first of all, like we were saying about the tree, absorbing all the healing and the love that we're giving and it coming up and coming out through its leaves. Then I discovered not only is it coming upwards, it's also going downwards through the roots, through to the whole of the earth, right to the core, right around all them crystals that are sitting down there for us all there. And then after the meditation last week, I realised the singing bowls, they're putting, like Helen Hall said, they're putting their vibration out through the water, and the water joins up to all the water in the world. So when we're sending our love and healing out there, it's going everywhere. It's really important. So make yourself comfortable in your own space there. Make yourself comfortable. If you want to go off exploring, because this tree leads you to other places, if you don't want to just sit in the one place, go and find a place where you're comfortable to be in and just open up your heart chakra and let that love pour out. Love and healing for the earth, for the world. I'm going to leave you with that for a few minutes. anybody that you know that needs the healing, needs the love, send it. Put your hands on your heart, send it to yourself, send it to anyone that you know that needs it. It's really important that we love and nurture ourselves. And lastly, send your love out to the tyrants of the world, to the monsters, to the abusers. They are the ones that need healing the most because they are damaged goods. There's no way that you could be like that to other people if you weren't damaged goods. So they do need healing. I know it feels strange to be sending healing to those that maybe you think don't deserve it, but we need to change them people. We need to change their way of thinking and their way of being. And the only way that you can do that is by sending them love, because they don't understand the concept of love. So be brave, send your last bit of loving out to those that you don't like. sending out. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. So now I want you to take 3 deep breaths and start coming back down our path, back down past the secret dustbin. Ain't got to have that stuff no more. I'll release myself from it. Carry on down the path, see the other dustbin. It's like an old pal that now, isn't it? And it is a friend because it's taken all your rubbish away that you don't need. And bring yourself gently back into your chair, back into the room that you are actually sitting in. And when you're ready, open your eyes, come back to the here and now. I will say, well done all of you who are doing this. It's so important, the work. You might not realise how important it is, but it is. And it's not just us individually or as our little family doing it. There's thousands of people doing exactly the same. And all our energies connect up through the world. And we are a powerful force. So there's going to be difficult decisions in these next couple of weeks because they are going to release a lot of us for a lot of different things. And then there are also decisions that you have to make about, like, are they going to give us an injection that cures it all? Or is it like the theorists that we are going to get injected with something weird in with it that tracks us all? I don't really understand it all, but I want you to do your own research for your own decisions that you make in this, not the theorists, not the conspiracy theories, and sometimes not even the government. Make your own decisions, do your own research, do it on proper sites like the National Health or whatever medical sites that you use. Please let them be real, so that they give you real information that you can make informed decisions on this stuff, because they're important decisions. They're important decisions. But you have to make them your own self. Don't be listening just to all them fear people, because who's to say that it's true? Who's to say it's not true or it's true? So make your own mind up. Trust your intuition. Trust what you get inside and follow that, and you won't make any mistakes. Right, so card for today. I promise next week I'll pull out another deck of cards, but I just love these ones. And every time I pull a card, it's so relevant to what we are talking about. And this one is called Ideal Course of Action. Now for me, it's exactly what we've just said. Make your own informed decisions and then act upon them, because they are the right decisions for you. And these are the decisions that no one can take away from you. They have to come from you, from the core of your being. And I know that you will all make the right decisions there. But look, the most overriding thing of all is your good health is your wealth. Money's not your wealth. Your good health is your wealth. So it makes the decisions a lot easier to make. At least I hope it makes the decisions a lot easier for you. So now let's shut down our energy centres. Crown, third eye, throat chakra, heart chakra, solar plexus, sacral and root. See, I've got better at them. Close them down, not shut them tight, just let them like that, like a flower. Just close their petals inwards. Put your coat of protection on, put your big hood up, strap yourself round in it, and then, like I say every week, open your heart up and send all that love and that healing that you've got out to the world, out to your everyday situations. Everyone that sees you knows you've got it, you've got something inside. You've got a little safety hole, a little bolt hole to go to when you're frightened. Just get yourself back together, because you've learned stuff with what we're doing. Anyway, thank you ever so much for listening to these videos. Obviously, big thank you to the big bowl bonger Tony, who makes wonderful vibrations with his bowls. And thank you to the nurses, Penny and the girls at Medway Hospital. We all love you. We all applaud the work that you're doing. The girls in the Maidstone Hospital, so sorry I don't know any of your names yet, but we all thank you from the bottom of our hearts, because you are doing the dirty work. You're doing the work that all of us are too frightened to do. So you are all earth angels, every single one of you, all out throughout the world, not just our girls in Medway and Maidstone, all the nurses, all the carers, anyone that's putting themselves out there. We applaud you. We applaud you, and we really appreciate the fact that you're out there doing it when we're all too frightened to. And you are, and you are saving us. You are looking after us. And for that, there is a huge thank you. So thanks again for coming. Hopefully see you here, same time, 12 noon on Mondays is when I'm going to make these meditations. So thank you very much for your time, and have a great week. Thank you.